Annika, let's start perhaps where, at the beginning, the drama that played out as the hearings there were getting underway. What was that all about?
Yes, one of the councillors affiliated to the Mayor of Cape Town, she was seen allegedly nodding her head or shaking her head in disagreement with Shaham Samai as she was testifying before this mini deep dive, if you like, being held by the Environmental Portfolio Affairs Committee. And the chair of the committee said she was showing white superiority complex, that this woman was arrogant, and therefore she was going to be escorted out of the building by Parliament security. She refused to leave initially, and then at a later stage she got up and decided to leave when the so-called white shirts of Parliament arrived in the hearing. So there was definitely a rather fraught environment at this inquiry, but I think that a lot of what Shaham Samai said was very, very relevant, because there was no evidence actually led to Lesizwe that black people were actually profiled or told to get off the beach. But that, I think, isn't actually the issue. We're looking at the coalface of what actually happened on that night, when actually it's the canary in the gold mine, it's the red flag. It's a much bigger picture of a tale of two cities, a city that is deeply divided, and so obviously divided between rich and poor, black and white.
But the side of the city has been arguing that this whole situation that played out in December last year on Clifton beach has been sort of misrepresented. There was a lot of misinformation that took place. Is that what the mayoral committee member was saying?
Yes, I mean, he was saying that it was it had been manipulated into a political mess. There was definitely no racial profiling that went on, and in fact nobody was actually told to leave the beach by the PPA, which is the security company that was allegedly assisting the police, although the police denied. Everybody's denying that they gave PPA, the security company, any kind of mandate to be working in a public space, and then it must have been one of the private bungalow owners on Clifton who phoned PPA and said, look, we've had issues in the past, can you please go down to the beach? But the issue really is not what happened for me, what happened on that night. It's that the beach is a perfect emblem of the hurts of the past, the voices of black South Africa, black Cape Townians, and their pain, which is often largely unacknowledged by most Cape Townians, and the fact that the traumas of the past have not been adequately dealt with. And so the beach is a place, as Shaham Samai said, there are places of fun, but there are also places of pain.
In fact, there was one of the people that testified there that testified exactly to that aspect, how being told to leave the Clifton Beach sort of harked back to the bad old days.
Exactly. I mean, we all remember those signs that said whites only on beaches. Beaches are they're a very potent reminder of the evil of apartheid. And I think for a lot of people, they still bring back a lot of pain. One woman was saying it brought back a trauma that she experienced when she went to Bloberg Beach as a part of a UDF rally. Her sister had just died in a bomb attack by apartheid operatives. And she was chased away with shambox. And she said, and while there was no, as I say, evidence here that people were racially profiled on the 23rd of December, just the fact of being asked to leave a beach, even for their own safety, brought up a lot of trauma for a lot of people. But I think the authorities are looking too much just at this particular incident. They need to look at better spatial planning in Cape Town. They need to look at a much bigger black middle class in Cape Town, and bring poor people closer to the city so that it doesn't cost a person who's been herded out into Khayelitsha to go and live. It doesn't cost them 500 Rand to catch a taxi and to pack the family in the taxi to spend a day, a special treat day on the beach once a year.
Just finally then, Annika, who else is still expected to testify before this inquiry?
they're pretty much done with evidence now, and the MPs are answering questions. The main question seems to be just who gave PPA the mandate to go onto the beach, and it seems that everybody's trying to distance themselves from PPA, although that company says they have in their logbooks calls from the police asking for help, and the police are denying this. So nobody wants to have anything to do with PPA, but certainly on the night of the 23rd of December and on previous evenings, they seem to have been working alongside either the Metro Police or the police.
Thank you so much. From Parliament, ENCA senior specialist journalist Annika Larsen joining us there with that update. From Parliament.